Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Zaron.
Yes, Elizabeth.
You know what's ridiculous?
I do, actually.
Uh-oh.
Did you know in Tokyo you can buy a toupee for your dog?
I love that.
Yeah, I thought you would.
I do. I love that.
I'm going to get you a little afro toupee for your Elliot.
Okay. He'll dig it.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He hates costumes.
And also like with the lamb chops, like the full-on blaxploitation issue.
Ridiculous.
Straight up.
Mark that ridiculous. It's also ridiculously awesome to hijack a TV signal.
How so? What do you mean hijack a TV signal? Like when I'm getting free cable?
Close. I'll get into that. But it's ridiculously awesome. So it's ridiculous. It's also a felony.
Oh, I like those.
This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It's always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous. Excuse me, Zaron, do you watch a lot of TV?
Yes, Elizabeth in the back row. What was your question?
Quick question. Do you watch a lot of TV?
Yes, I've been asked this many times. And as I've told people in the past, it depends on the day. So yes and no. On some days, yes. On other days, no.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right?
Quick follow-up.
Yes, Elizabeth in the back row.
Thank you. What are some of your favorite shows?
Good question. I'm glad you asked that.
I know, it's a really, really good question.
Let's see. I like Rockford Files, Magnum P.I., Barnaby Jones. No, honestly, these days, The Last Kingdom, I like that show a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sails, it's about pirates.
How do you feel about the hit Fox television show 911?
Oh, you mean the best show ever on TV?
You mean my favorite show?
Oh, wait, that's your line. I'm sorry. I read it. That's what you would say.
You like a lot of 80s TV shows, it sounds like.
I like 70s and 80s detective shows because they were like crazy violent and the plots are bizarre. And you're just like, oh, don't shoot that nun. And then they shoot the nun. You just can't get that anymore.
Can't get good nun shooting.
Nobody shoots nuns anymore.
Snipe down nuns like they used to.
Dude, Magnum P.I. will pop a nun off a ladder with no time, without even hesitation. He says, I got to do this. Nuns don't work on Sunday. Boom.
They're like 4 a season.
That literally was the quote, by the way. Nuns don't work on Sunday, and then he shot the nun.
That's incredible.
It's amazing. I'm telling you, this is why I watch them.
TV now is way different from 80s TV.
Dude, you're not going to see Isaac Hayes Isaac Hayes will be on a Rockford Files episode.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dude, that's Isaac Hayes.
100%.
You're not going to see Isaac Hayes anymore.
No.
I mean, one, he's dead, but
that's the biggest problem.
That's the hardest part about casting him.
Well, then we're going to have hologram versions.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Then they need to get Tupac.
Yeah, well, he needs to be in everything.
Well, he's still alive, though.
Shh. Okay, so...
Yes, I'm sorry, 80s TV?
80s TV.
My favorite.
Remember the big thing in the 80s was like the boom in cable TV. It was big in the got bigger and bigger.
Yeah, no, HBO launches like late 70s, but by the 80s, everybody needs cable.
Yeah, and the thing is now a lot of people are not using cable because they're going to streaming content. Yeah. So, but in the 80s, like, can you imagine if you took someone from the 80s and like parked them in front of a TV now? And showed them like the capabilities that we have. Like, first of all, super flat screen.
Yeah.
You're not running like 4 feet deep on that thing. There's no cabinetry involved. Streaming services that you
can't set a dinner on top of a TV anymore.
You could set like a power bar, like perch it.
You could put a whole Thanksgiving TV or a whole Thanksgiving dinner on top of a Zenith TV.
And it would keep it warm.
Yeah, it would, with a cathode ray.
Exactly. Well, so like, but I mean, they'd freak out. On-demand stuff, streaming.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like Billy Joel and We Didn't Start the Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Just freaking
rhyming.
out. Just rhyming and listing things.
Unstoppably, and then crashing their car while drunk. Anyway, 80s.
Okay.
Cable. Mm-hmm. It was a totally baller move to have cable in the 80s.
Totally.
And it took you away from like networks. Remember, there were only... What, 4 or 5? Because you had like the
NBC,
major ones.
ABC, CBS, and then like
PBS. And then Fox came along at some point.
Yeah, but they weren't a major network. They were like a UHF channel.
Well, and you had all those weird UHF channels.
You ever seen the Weird Al movie, UHF?
Oh, yeah.
It celebrates that period of time.
Spatula City. Yeah.
Spatula City.
I have a certificate from one of the Bay Area UHF TV20, Coffee TV20.
Oh, yeah.
They did when I was little, they had a 3D movie on and you had to go to 7-Eleven and get 3D glasses. And I sat there with my grandma and grandpa and we watched it. And then my grandpa, who would apply for any sweepstakes, any promotional thing, sent off for you could prove that you went. There was something with the glasses, and I have a certificate with a seal on it that I watched Creature from the Deep or whatever it is in 3D.
Don't lie, it was Jaws 3D.
It was before then.
It was before then? Oh, wow.
It was in 1942.
Oh, right. I forgot. You're 83 years old.
Exactly. So the thing is, just like now, people weren't happy with how much cable and premium channels could cost.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine people ever being happy about costs.
No. So with all that in mind, I'm getting emotional. With all that in mind, close your eyes.
Oh, my eyes are closed.
Teardrops your eyes. Body temperature falls. It's April 1986. You live somewhere on the East Coast.
I can smell the Freon.
Where do you want to pretend to live on the East Coast?
Philadelphia, y'all.
Okay.
West Philadelphia, where I was born and raised.
There you are in Philly. You're staying up late. You're watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure on HBO.
Yes, with Cowboy Curtis.
The movie's over. The credits are rolling.
Oh, wait, no, that's the TV show. Never mind.
Sure. Movie's over. Credits roll. Sean Penn's thriller, The Falcon and the Snowman, just about to start.
Oh, wow. I totally remember that title.
I'm taking you to 1986. And I am placing you in that room in Philadelphia. You get up. You're going to head to the kitchen before the old Sean Penn joint starts. You're going to grab yourself a Capri Sun, maybe a can of Slice, bag of tortilla chips with this brand new flavor that has just come out and is blowing everyone's mind. Cool Ranch Doritos.
That sounds zesty.
It's new. You got to try it. You saw it in the store. You're like, I know the perfect thing. Maybe you're going to pop some tidal wave gum afterwards.
Oh, is that juicy stuff in the middle?
It's like a cyst.
You pop it in your mouth and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're like, oh, good. It's dribbling. So maybe you're going to do that. Who knows where the night's going to take you, man?
Oh, man. It's like a Phil Collins music video.
You're just about to get up to get all this stuff. And you hear the sound cut off on your TV.
Well, my TV.
My TV.
My only form of entertainment.
There must be a problem with the cable.
I pay my bills. What the problem is?
I got to go slap this cable box. You turn around and you see a test pattern come up on the screen. Exactly. You know what a test pattern is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Stripes, vertical stripes, all different colors, black band at the bottom.
Sometimes a countdown.
Yeah, well, there's a message on this one.
Oh.
In that cool 80s computer script.
Oh, nice. With square letters. Stair-step letters.
It says, "Good evening, HBO." Underneath that, it says, "From Captain Midnight."
Okay.
Underneath that, $12.95 a month? ? Under that, "No way!" ! And then in brackets beneath that, Showtime / Movie Channel, beware! !
Oh, sinister.
Right? So let me give you a little clarification on that whole $12.95 thing.
Okay.
So originally, HBO didn't scramble its signal.
Okay.
It just sent it out there into the ether. So people with cable boxes paid for HBO. They got it. If you had one of those giant satellite dishes that now you see them sort of abandoned in people's yards full of leaves and stagnant water.
Especially in the South, yes.
Totally. It's heavy down there. But if you had that big old dish, you could watch it for free. I mean, you had to lay out the money for the dish, but you could watch pretty much anything.
Yeah, pull
for
down
free.
whatever you wanted.
Yeah, Russian TV shows. HBO gets wise to this, scrambles the signal.
Ooh.
So then, okay, you can still get it on the box. If you have one of those satellites, they're like, no worries, you can pay for the service, but it's going to be $4 a month more for you guys with the dish than it is for the people with the cable box inside.
Whoa, that's
punishment.
Whack, HBO.
You've been getting it free, now you got to make the money back.
We used to use a little screw you put in between the AB button, and if you held that in, you put the screw in there, you
get a slight electric charge running through your body. So it's cold-blooded. HBO's cold-blooded, but it's a corporation. So you're sitting there, you're staring at the screen. The message doesn't change or move. You're like, where's my Sean Penn?
But I agree with the message. This is
I
$12.95 too much.
This is bogus, man. But where's my Sean Penn?
Yeah, I want my Sean Penn.
Meanwhile, down in Florida, there's a man, his name's John McDougal. McDougal. He sits at this computer console at the Central Florida Teleport in Ocala, Florida. He's an engineer, just like you. He controls the uplink and that like transmits programming to all the local cable stations.
Oh, okay. That kind of engineer.
I like to imagine he's at like this big control, like a very Homer Simpson control panel, and he doesn't really know what half the buttons
just like one
do.
button to hit.
Sure.
Sure, Johnny.
Sure, yeah, you got it.
Is he the kind of engineer who wears overalls? Not that engineer?
Mm-hmm. So he wears a train conductor's hat when he's there. Or no, actually, I take that back. That's not true. He wears a captain's hat because he's in Florida. So one of the transponders that he's running is HBO's East Coast feed.
Okay.
Now, remember what I was telling you about how like satellite dish owners get the squeeze from HBO? Mm-hmm. Well, that's really hard on good old McDougal because his other job is owning a satellite dish business.
He's double dipping.
Yeah, and that price hike lost him so many customers. So he's just like, he's sitting there, it's just after midnight. He has the access coordinates for the HBO transponder. Mm-hmm. He aims the transponder at the Galaxy 1 satellite orbiting way above in the stars, and he connects it up. Then he hijacks the HBO feed, sends up that test pattern in text, and is feeling so amazingly self-righteous, feels so good about this.
This is like a Matthew Broderick movie. I love this.
It was actually Matthew Broderick in a McDougal costume. So now at the HBO offices up in Long Island, they're pooping their pants. They started turning up the power of their signal to override the pirate one coming in. Because, pirate signals.
Do that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Where have you been? So, but like pirate radio and TV signals are like, oh, we're trying. And it's like weak.
Yeah.
So they're like, increase the wavelength. And there's a guy with like a giant dial the size of like a dessert plate turning it. And it's like shaking.
She cannot take any more, Kevin.
Yeah. She's breaking up on us. All right. So he's turning it up. 125 watts. McDougal matches them and ups it. Everyone's hair is standing up, like when you put your hand on one of those, like whatever it is.
The like lightning balls.
The hoodly watts. So are you upset that I use proper scientific terminology?
I respect you for it.
Thank you. So HBO turns it up. Every time HBO ups the wattage, McDougal returns fire.
Now, are they going up like 50 watts a piece, or like where are we at?
Now we get to 2,000 watts.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, we can't do it. I don't want to damage the satellite. Because what if they fire and like suddenly the satellite explodes and then a portion of it comes down and falls on your house in Philly?
All of a sudden I can't watch my MTV.
Capri Sun everywhere.
Happened. They blew up the satellite.
Yeah. And I just want my MTV.
Bah.
So they didn't damage the satellite. McDougal wins.
Yeah.
Test screen was up for 4 minutes. 4 minutes it was up.
I love that he keeps going.
There's like amazing. This battle of the wills.
Yeah, exactly. Wavelength and space battle. I love this.
This guy's a gentleman because as soon as he's done, he takes it back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Oh, look at that.
Sean Penn pops up and he's back, baby.
And the snowman.
Yeah. Sean Penn riding a snowman. I don't know. I've never seen the movie. It's like he wants the snowman to wake up and be a real boy.
Well, interestingly, it's a spy movie.
Oh.
Talking the Snowman is a spy movie. It's
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'll pretend like I know it. Yeah. So HBO, of course, is like, they go just like tearing to the FCC. Mm-hmm. They call the cops.
Oh, HBO goes to the FCC?
They go to the TV cops. Mm-hmm. And
like someone crossed our stream.
Right. As an aside, 6 months later, Congress winds up passing a bill that makes satellite jamming a felony.
Whoa, that's really fast for Congress.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. The FCC, of course, opens an investigation.
Dun, dun, dun.
And after these messages, we'll be right back.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Okay. All right, so FCC investigators.
Do they wear trench coats? And
yes.
like fedoras and they go around? FCC.
Yeah.
Open up.
Yeah. They have They have comically large badges, like
it's
novelty
just 3 children
badges.
in a trench coat. I'm the FCC.
Yes, that's it. How did you know? It's Franz, Carol, and Chuck.
And Jurgen.
No, at FCC, it's the 3 boys.
Oh, right. You were doing an acronym.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right.
I can't spell.
So the FCC, they're investigating this hijack of HBO.
Mm-hmm.
And they figure, okay, this had to have come from a big old transmitter.
Yeah.
That's like the first thing. They write it on the whiteboard. Maybe they didn't have whiteboards then. They had a chalkboard. And they write it 1, period. Signal came from big old transmitter. 2, period. So then there's someone like, quick,
find big old transmitter.
Give me a list of all the big old transmitters. And so they pull out the big old transmitter binder and they're like, okay, we got it. Then they said, all right, which of these do not have a big old antenna? Because they have to have a big old antenna. And they're like, okay,
remember number 1.
So they're like pulling pages out of the binder and they like write 2, big old antenna. And then they're like, okay, so how do we narrow that down? And then some guy's like, hold on a second, that's a very distinctive font. And they said, can it, Peter? We were doing a big business here. He's like, look, man, I'm really into kerning and fonts. And I got to say, that looks weird, what they have there. That looks a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't recognize that
So
one.
then they're like, Peter, you absolute genius, you annoying genius. Yes, the font is unique. So they said, number 3 on their chalkboard, places that use this weird font. So they find those. I don't know where they keep that on file.
No.
But they must.
Good job, Peter.
Peter, you get a raise. 1%. So they start they make this workable list of all these places that fit the bill, and they start paying visits. And then they walk into the Central Florida teleport. McDougal knows.
Central Florida teleport. It sounds like some really weird stuff goes down.
You
at the
go
Central
in and
Florida
then like
teleport.
you fade out and you wind up like in like Taos, New Mexico.
Inside of Jeff Goldblum.
So McDougal busted. He's charged with illegally operating a satellite uplink and he pleads guilty. But I don't want you to worry about McDougal.
He doesn't try to like run out the back door or anything?
No, he cops to it immediately. He's like, yep, I did it.
Okay.
You know, he's a captain. Don't forget he's wearing a captain's hat. So he is, I don't want you to think about like, oh, his life was ruined, because it wasn't. Okay. He is still in business. McDougal Electronics, Ocala, Florida, has the coolest website.
Look it up.
Yeah. He sells and installs both Dish Network devices and then still those big old dishes that you see in people's yard.
Big old dish.
God, right? So that's a pretty epic and a pretty ridiculous caper. Mm-hmm. Agreed?
Yeah, completely.
Agreed.
Completely. I mean, don't look so hard at me.
So, but I have one that's like a little bit more epic and ridiculous and also rather mysterious.
Nice. Does it involve more space battles?
Not quite. Do you remember the show Max Headroom?
Yeah. The stuttering head guy and like the 3D animated. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I'll give you a primer on Max Headroom in case like you don't know more than 3D stuttering guy or, you know. So he's an animated character. Mm-hmm. And he's supposed to be like the first AI character, but he's not really artificial intelligence because it's like a guy in makeup, but whatever. Originally, it's British. It's like a British creation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't originally that guy who later played it the American?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway.
He's supposed to look computer generated, but he's not computer generated. It's like this character, he's an actor in makeup and prosthetics, filmed in really harsh lighting.
Okay.
It took 4.5 hours to apply that makeup every time they put it on him.
Damn.
Seems excessive.
Totally, especially if they're going to be
I
doing
think you just had slow-moving makeup artists. Just like... I know a hairdresser who is really good at cutting hair, but when she goes to dye your hair, you're like, this is going to be a 6-hour process. Why? She's just super meticulous.
Oh.
But it's not really necessary.
No, yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So Max Headroom was originally a VJ in the UK.
What's a VJ?
A video jockey.
Oh, yes.
Remember these things, music videos? Yeah.
I've heard about them.
Yeah. Back in my day... We watched music videos.
On the MTV.
So they didn't put him on MTV in the United States, though. They bring him over, and then he's in this dystopian satire television show that was called The First Cyberpunk television series.
Ooh, I like that.
And in it, TV networks rule the world. And off switches on TVs are banned, not allowed.
Oh, the 80s.
Right? The thoughts, the movements of all the viewers are monitored. It's very kind of Kurt Vonnegut.
Cable
whatever.
TV, 1984.
Completely. Non-TV technology doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
So goodbye calculators. One man, an investigative journalist named Edison Carter, is the only one fighting back in this 80s TV show.
Oh, I remember this. Okay, go on.
Yeah, and on the TV show, Max Headroom is a character. He's like this computer rendition of Edison Carter, the journalist.
Yeah.
That's created by an evil hacker who uploaded Carter's mind into the Matrix, man.
My mind, man, I need that.
Yeah.
I'm a journalist.
Edison Carter, crusader for justice and truth.
Yes.
Max Headroom, glib, quipping commenter on human foibles.
Is he kind of like his id?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, sure, right.
Sure, Johnny. But he's like comic relief in this very dark drama.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Which is a weird juxtaposition there. The show ran from 1987 to 1988 on ABC.
Okay, I do remember this.
And, maybe it was before its time. Maybe it was just super lame. I don't remember the details of the show. And quite frankly, I think we're all better off for that.
Matt Frewer.
There you go. That's the dude. Could not remember. He was the actor who played Max Headroom.
Okay, yeah.
He went on to do other stuff like commercial type stuff.
Good for him.
Yeah.
No more makeup.
Thank you, producer Dave.
Thanks, Dave. All right. So the other thing about Max Headroom is it ran opposite of two absolute juggernauts of TV primetime at the time.
Oh, geez.
87, 88.
87, 88.
CBS coming in strong with
Magnum PI.
Dallas.
Oh my God!
Not everything in this world is Magnum PI.
It can be if you want it to be.
In a perfect world.
Dude, my father loved Dallas. And most people wouldn't think that a black nationalist would love a story of a white oil family and wealthy in Dallas, but he loved that show. Like, I learned so much about, just like, because I would have to like stay up with him. He would let me stay up because he'd just be so into the show. I'd be like, yeah, I got to watch Dallas. And like, let's just say, I know who shot JR.
Maggie. So on NBC, so we've got Max Headroom, Dallas, NBC showing up with
NBC, The Cosby Show. No, wait, that was on Thursday. That was Thursday night or Sunday night. I don't remember. Go on.
Miami Vice.
Oh, snap!
Yeah,
that's a hell of a night of TV.
Yeah. Oh
How
my God.
How do you make your choices? Why do you do this to me, broadcast TV?
Well, and then you don't have like TiVo or
this is why you have to buy a VCR. Now I see it.
Yeah.
This is like they're like, we're gonna put so much good programming on.
Or you just have to
have to buy a VCR.
You have to make those tough choices.
Family fights.
Do you want dystopian futures? Do you want family fights? Or do you want cocaine couture?
Oh, cocaine couture every time.
Every time. There's just no competition. Max Headroom was like pushed out there into the wilds. There's no hope. That was
Crockett
mean.
and
That was
Tubbs.
mean.
I mean,
yeah. So the show was not a smash hit, let's just say.
Didn't stand a chance.
But,
against Dallas and Miami.
Right?
Forget about it.
But Max Headroom became like a cultural phenomenon.
Oh, yeah,
so
totally.
the show bombed,
Yeah.
but and the big thing was in commercials. They started using Max Headroom in commercials, and he was the spokesman for New Coke.
Ah, okay. I was saying there was a Coke commercials, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for anyone not familiar with New Coke, are you familiar with New Coke?
Yeah, I remember it. It was that's why we have Coca Cola Classic.
Right. So in 1985, the Coca Cola Corporation says we're changing things up. They had found that like people wanted to, they liked a sweeter soda, and a lot of people felt Pepsi was sweeter.
Okay.
And so
and by sweeter, they mean lamer. I'm sorry, I'm from Atlanta. You can't say
right, exactly
anything bad about Coke.
Well, so New Coke in 1985, they don't call it New Coke, but in 1985 they reformulate Coca-Cola. And it's supposed to be a little bit sweeter, like I said, to compete with Pepsi. There was an incredible amount of backlash.
And new packaging, too. It looked different,
Yeah, it looked different. But the backlash, a lot of it was in the South.
Yeah, no, you can't do that to us conservative Southerners, damn it.
But they also saw, I mean, it's an Atlanta company, but they saw it as kind of like Yankee intrusion into the taste buds.
I could totally see that.
So they had to transition back to the original recipe. And when they did that, the old version was called Coca-Cola Classic. And the new version was called Coke. And then they later called it Coke 2.
Like, still not
they're
selling.
like, please, please, like, just adjust it around.
We know how America loves sequels.
Yeah, reboot. And so when they brought Coca Cola Classic back, Peter Jennings, ABC News, interrupted General Hospital with the breaking news.
That is so 80s.
They're all, this just in. Our long national nightmare is over.
Yes.
Coca-Cola Classic exists now, everybody. And like people with ticker tape parades and rip their clothes off, you know, the huge.
Driving into swimming pools.
It's just like set everything on fire. The Senator David Pryor of Arkansas was on the floor of the Senate at the time.
Okay.
He hears about it, like earpiece, like, oh, what's that? I want to tell you, this is the most meaningful moment in U.S. history. Not it's a meaningful moment in U.S. history.
Oh, Senator Pryor.
There's a lot going on in that
exactly.
state. Like, that's a meaningful moment in U.S. history. You see your priorities, Pryor. So anyway, it's this huge deal. There are also conspiracy theories.
I love those.
I know. That Coke did the whole thing to cover up switching from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup.
Huh.
So they're like, and there's documentation.
Yeah, I mean,
they
that
had
seems
to
pretty
keep rolling
accurate.
that out. Yeah. And so they didn't want people to be upset. So they're like, new Coke. And then they kind of knew it wasn't going to work. And then that way they bring back Coke Classic and everyone's like so relieved, but they don't realize they're getting injected with high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought they put the high fructose corn syrup in the new Coke to
I'm
make
sure
it
they
sweeter,
did, but
and
they did a little switcheroo.
Oh, so when they went back, they didn't.
So Coke Classic has high fructose corn syrup,
yeah.
Not like what we get now, Mexican Coke, to have,
to
cane
have
sugar
normal
in
cane
it.
sugar.
All that is to say,
Because I'm really passionate about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because the price of sugar had gone up and there were corn subsidies, so lots of corn was being made. And this was a way to save a ton of money. That's why they wanted to switch to high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense.
And the USDA, I'm sure, helped lubricate that with, as you said, the subsidies and the corn. They're like, we got all this corn. What are we going to do with it?
Totally.
Put it in sodas.
And everything.
Yeah, then eventually
it's in everything. Yeah. So
now, I remember this when my mother's, they had the nutrition journals. I remember when high fructose corn syrup was first being studied. But go on.
Interesting.
Bathroom reading. Yeah.
That's fun. I don't know where to go with that. Max Headroom. So this is all, the reason I'm giving you this backstory, so you understand. Max Headroom was in the ads for New Coke, and he had the catchphrase in those ads, catch the wave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's going to come up later. I want you to stick that in your pocket. Now, the other thing I want you to do is open your mind's eye, take a deep breath, and picture this. You live in Chicago.
Oh, God, it's cold.
It's Sunday night, November 22nd, 1987.
So cold.
So cold. You're wearing a Bears hat.
Yeah, I am.
You're holding a portrait of Mike Ditka.
Yeah, I am. Like I normally do.
You're eating deep dish pizza while you watch the 9 o'clock news on WGN TV.
So I'm just living my best life, is what you're telling me.
You are all fired up because the Bears beat the Detroit Lions that afternoon.
Are you
in a home
damn right?
game. Your favorite sportscaster, Don Ron, is talking about the Bears, and you're reliving the excitement of the game.
Peyton had a great day.
All of a sudden, your screen goes black.
What the?
So there you are, in your house, staring at a dark screen.
What happened to Peyton?
You're right. You get up, and you smack the side of the TV.
Put Peyton back on!
You take a sip from your can of Old Style.
Duh, best beer in the Midwest.
It's just going to rally up a little bit more. Then suddenly an image appears.
Is it Peyton?
It's not Peyton.
Damn.
Now, the TV's silent. Huh. You're the only one yelling at this point. And then this guy in a latex Max Headroom Halloween mask nods his head, bounces a bit on the screen for like 28 seconds, and then vanishes.
What?
Poof. Dan Ron. Did I call him Don Ron either? No, yeah, it's Dan Ron.
Dan
Ron. Should have gone by Don Ron.
Really should have.
Yeah.
Really dropped the ball there.
I'm going to have to write him a letter about that. Dan Ron, a.k.a. Don Ron, the sportscaster, comes back on the screen and says, well, if you're wondering what happened, so am I.
Oh, Dan.
Whole thing's totally weird. 2 hours later, all the way across town, I want you to picture something new.
Okay. Is it Jim McMahon?
Yes. You're another Chicago resident. And this time, I have to do my picture it voice. You're settled in for the evening, excited to watch your favorite show on your local PBS affiliate, WTTW.
Yes. I'm going to go put it on, pour myself some hot tea and watch
Doctor Who.
Yes.
You know, you're casually enjoying an Italian beef sandwich.
The grease.
Maybe a glass of buttery Chardonnay. I don't know. I don't know how you live. You've seen this episode a couple times before. You love the mystery and the suspense of the Fang Rock lighthouse in the story.
Oh, and that scarf.
You are a wistful and imaginative type.
Yes, I am.
Are you there in that moment
right
now?
I am so there. Like, I am just feeling the Doctor Who vibes surrounding me.
Suddenly, Doctor Who cuts out.
No! Where's my TARDIS?
You stare at the TV like a little confused rabbit.
Completely.
Then an image appears. It's that same dime store Max Headroom.
What the?
Only this time there's sound.
Oh.
Now, let's pause in that dramatic moment.
Okay.
And here's some ads, and then we'll get right back to it. Okay, Zaron, when we last met.
Yes, I was in Chicago. I was sitting there. I'd just been watching my Bears game, rooting for McMahon. All of a sudden, some dude in a rubber mask pops on my TV, and I can't see, like, Dan Roan telling me the update on how the Bears won, which I had just watched.
Then you're watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Sitting in a puddle of your own urine.
Because I'm so excited.
You're so thrilled. You're about to watch Doctor Who. The screen cuts out, and then someone in a Max Headroom mask appears.
It's the same guy from before. What the?
He speaks. He says, "He's a freaking nerd."
Is he talking to me?
Now,
no, wait. How did you just do that voice?
Because I'm really good at impersonations. You know that.
That was really weird.
Yeah, it was. Have you heard my Doctor Who impersonation?
Can you lay a little bit on me?
Yeah.
I'll listen. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Doctor Who.
Whoa, man.
Right?
That was like every Doctor Who.
I wear a scarf and I'm in like a phone booth or something. So good.
Flawless. It's weird is that sounds like every Doctor Who.
All 29 of them. It's amazing. I'm amazing is what I'm trying to say.
That first voice was really
But
impressive.
yeah, so I'll give you the Max Headroom voice just because I've been working on it for a long time. Okay, so Max Headroom bops up and down. There's like this weird sheet of corrugated metal behind him that someone's tilting back and forth, kind of like one of those tax preparation signs or like new homes where they spin it, except they're just going back and forth.
Okay.
And the metal, I guess, is supposed to look like TV static in the background. So Phony Max shouts some just like gibberish. You can't really hear what he's saying. Then he bends down and he picks up a can of Pepsi.
Oh, snap.
And here's another fun fact. On the hand that's holding up the Pepsi, he has a fake penis on his middle finger. Now it's,
So is that a fake penis for Pepsi or a fake penis to Coke? I don't even quite grain.
I don't know if it's like an impromptu splint because he broke his middle finger.
And he needed a penis to heal it?
He stuck it in, who knows? Okay,
it is Chicago.
I don't question the arts like you do. So he's holding up this can of Pepsi with a fake dong on his middle finger, and he yells, "Catch the wave!"
How do you do that?
It's so good, right? I got to adjust my throat after that. Max Headroom shouts the slogan for New Coke. And he holds up the penis middle finger while leaning toward the camera and moaning. This is all while you're...
Chicago must have loved this.
This isn't Doctor Who. Then he hums the theme song from this like 1960s cartoon called Clutch Cargo.
Okay, admittedly, I have never heard of that show.
Nor have I.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Yeah, that escapes even my weird collection of weird trivia
ephemera.
Yeah, exactly. Cultural ephemera.
So he's like hums a theme song and then he yells, "I see the X."
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently that's a reference to the final episode of that cartoon, Clutch Cargo.
Oh.
Then he yells, "Oh, my piles." No, Max is now shaking his head back and forth.
Do you think people know what piles is?
We can look it up.
Okay, there you go.
So he's shaking his head back and forth and he yells, "I just made a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds."
This guy's awesome.
He's so awesome. Then he reaches down and he picks up what looks like a leather work glove.
Okay.
My mother is wearing the other one.
This is so strange.
So this is either like you're watching this or maybe you're like just in any large city riding a public bus and this is going on.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Same vibe.
So he puts on the glove, mumbles more unintelligible bits.
More turpentine and
tosses off
madness.
He tosses off the glove and then he moans, "Ah."
Seems still impressive though, that voice. I'm telling you.
I know. I have so many talents and I just like, I don't like to let them all out into the world.
It would just make people jealous.
Yeah. You know, I just want to put goodness out there, but little bits at a time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the screen cuts to another shot. The person who'd been playing Max is now on the left side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the left side of his body facing the camera.
Okay.
And he's bending over.
Okay.
And his head's out of the frame. And he's holding a Max Headroom, the same mask. He's holding it back, like reaches behind him to hold it into the frame.
Uh-huh.
I think after careful analysis of this clip that he has the rubber penis sticking out of the mask's mouth.
Okay. The one that was on his finger before?
Yeah. I'm really hoping it's the fake one.
Yeah, so he kind of like Zapruder filmed this one. And
yeah, and he, it's
in frame 7, you can see the penis. Frame 8, you notice it's wagging. Frame 9.
You look for the shadows. So on the right side of the screen, that's what he's taken up the left side. On the right side is this masked woman. She's like in like kind of a surgeon's mask.
Oh, a woman's involved too. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then she kind of looks like she's in like one of those Little House on the Prairie dresses.
So strange. Okay.
Like it's some sort of bonnet. It's a very low res.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. She's holding a fly swatter, which, perfect accessory for that outfit. Max Headroom, by the way, I told you he's like bending over out of the frame. He's holding back the mask. His pants are pulled down during this whole endeavor.
So maybe the fly swatter is for his fly.
You got it. The guy's pants are pulled down and she kind of half-heartedly, lazily spanks Max Headroom's rump while he half-heartedly wails. He goes, "Ah."
Flawless.
I know. Then the screen cuts to black and there's just like an electric hum. And then all of a sudden, Doctor Who comes back on.
Now, how would people know that that wasn't part of Doctor Who? I'm sorry, Doctor Who.
I think that I would say a good portion of the population was like, "Oh, I forgot I'd never seen this episode. This is great."
Man, I can just imagine some of the population watching Doctor Who was high.
In the middle of the night.
It was high enough that they just thought, man, the special effects are getting wild on this show.
This is crazy. I thought I'd seen this, but I guess not. Yeah. So Doctor Who comes back and then like it comes back right when Doctor Who says the line, "As far as I can tell, a massive electric shock. He must have died instantly." But I don't think that was intentional. It's weird synchronicity that you get this crazy line.
It's kind of a cool one, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, of synchronicities.
Yeah. And so the hijack is
far
over.
Better than coming back to like a diarrhea commercial.
Well, that's why we watch PBS.
No commercials. No commercials.
So the hijack's over.
Mm-hmm.
Let out a good... I know you've been holding your breath this entire time. Exhale. Hijack is over.
I had been waiting to exhale.
So...
Sorry.
I'm just going to go throw some clothes out the window. So the WGN hijack, the news one, lasted only 28 seconds.
Okay.
But the PBS one, the Doctor Who one, went on for 1:22.
I love it.
It's a long time when you're watching something like that. Now, accordingly, the PBS folks didn't really have a plan for this kind of thing. They didn't have the HBO giant dial where they could duel it out.
They're like, can we put a sweater on this? What are we going to do?
WGN, theirs was only 28 seconds because they just switched the signal to cut it off.
Oh, smart, WGN.
Yeah,
they're like TBS, a superstation. You can't mess with us.
Exactly. WTTW, the PBS station, they didn't have a way to override this. Mm-hmm. They just sat in the control room freaking out, pooping their pants. That's what happens.
Peeing on their
Anytime
socks.
You work for a television station and something goes wrong, you poop your pants.
Oh,
that's okay. They train you if you get any kind of degree in multimedia or like television. Yeah, there's like a whole semester about pants pooping. So people watching, the 900 million people watching Doctor Who in Chicago that night, they're freaking out too. But like in good and bad ways.
Like so?
Well, like local news was interviewing people on the street. Like,
oh yes,
where were you when it was hijacked? And one guy is like, I got so upset that I wanted to bust the TV set.
Chicago.
Yeah. And then this lady was all bummed about Doctor Who. We're going to have to tape over it. She's like, because she probably had like this massive collection, like a whole wall of her home has like bookcases devoted to the 9 gazillion episodes of Doctor Who.
Now they're out of order.
Well, what do I do? And then there's this kid totally after my own heart who's like very, very funny.
He's all dry and droll like that.
Yeah, he's wearing a cravat.
Yeah,
when he stopped him on the baseball diamond.
Looking like a little Noel Coward.
Very, very funny. He did. Whatever. That's what he said. I don't know how he said it. After, the 2 stations.
Hey, very funny. Very, very funny.
Real funny. Very, very funny. Okay. But now we've brought him into like New York.
Kind of, yeah. A little too far east. Yeah.
Very, very funny.
Now he's Mae West. We'll just keep it going.
He was an 8-year-old dressed as Mae West. Standing on the shores of Lake Michigan, and they were like,
got opinions.
What do you think about Doctor Who getting hijacked? Very, very funny. And then he dove into the water and swam off because he had mermaid leg syndrome. After the 2 stations, they start these investigations, but they kind of come up empty.
Okay.
They figured it had to be someone who knew what they were doing, like a broadcast engineer, maybe like disgruntled employee, ham radio operator.
Maybe a trucker with good, strong CB signal.
Yeah. Well, like, here's the thing, though. When we're talking about strong signals, everyone agreed that the hacker had to get to like a high enough point in the city, high-rise rooftop or like an apartment or something, somewhere between the studios, which are both on the north side of town.
Okay.
And their downtown transmitters, one's on top of the John Hancock building and the other one was on the Sears Tower, which is now called the Willis Tower, but it will, in my heart, always be the Sears Tower.
Chicago would agree.
Yeah. So they were located, the hackers, somewhere in between those north side towers and the downtown towers. And they had to hit the receivers with like super strong microwave frequencies to override the signals for the station.
Oh, I didn't know you could just do it. Just aim it at the thing.
I guess. Okay. Yeah. Now we know you can. So our pals from the FCC get involved. The 3 kids in a trench coat show up.
They solve crimes.
FCC here.
Knock, knock.
Everybody spread them.
Everyone put on your pants. Open up the door.
And like a spokesman for the FCC, the 3 boys in a trench coat, they remind the public that there is a $100,000 fine or 1 year in jail or both for this crime. Yeah. They're like, hey, everybody, $100,000 fine or 1 year in jail. And they're like, wait, weren't you interviewed on the news the other day? I don't know. See me later. So now, don't forget, I mentioned before, Congress passed a bill making satellite jamming a felony. Now, that happened a year before it. 1 month before this incident, there was another crazy little hijacking. This tech at the Christian Broadcasting Network.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. He hijacked Playboy TV to display Bible verses.
Like that's going to work?
Yeah, it's all getting saucy and like some ladies in a teddy and like feathered hair. And then all of a sudden it's all John 3:16, Leviticus. Yeah. So like he's like, the power compels me. I have to stop Playboy TV.
Oh, man.
With Bible verses.
Even Jesus is like, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but they're like, I will not let you see a woman in a red satin teddy.
He's like, look, my girlfriend's a sex worker. I don't know what he was thinking.
That guy, Christian Broadcast Network guy, got probation, a fine, and community service. So he didn't have to do the hard time. But anyway, back to
Max Headroom.
Yeah, let's get back to Max Headroom. So the main FCC guy in D.C., a whole man in a trench coat, not 3 boys. He's like fired up to catch this culprit. He, this just sticks in his craw. He is cheesed off.
You
And so
you can't have people trying to top him.
No. So he gets the FBI involved and has them analyze the video and isolate frames, Zapruder
style.
Trying to find out where it was filmed. So it's sort of like those Interpol efforts to find out where child trafficking takes place, where they release portions of stills from videos and ask people to identify products or places. You ever seen that?
I've never seen this.
It's kind of a cool thing. Like, it's very depressing, but...
So wait, they release part of a still and they say, do you recognize this window? Or
this window,
like
this
the view out of this window?
Or this product. And people will be like, that's a discontinued can of Thai soda. And they're like, oh, that's a good lead.
Huh.
And then there are like people online who track these things, and they'll take like pictures like Google Street View and stuff and like try and match up balconies, and it's wild.
So they do this in the UK?
All over the world, they put this out there. You can do it here.
Where have I been?
Watching Magnum PI.
Ah, right.
I guess. So FBI, Max Headroom, they're analyzing the frames. They're trying to figure out where it was filmed. But there's also something that I feel happens on like Law and Order, SVU a lot, where they're like, isolate the frames.
And magnify.
That's
computer enhance.
It's a new drug the kids are calling tiddlywinks. It makes your feet tingle. So they isolate these frames. They're like, developing leads, and they really want to just nail these perps in the lingo, in the parlance that we use in the biz. But then, they're going hard in DC. But there are offices, FCC offices all over the country.
Oh, yes, I'm quite familiar. Yes.
Chicago obviously has their own.
Minneapolis has a lovely one. The coffee bar is fantastic.
Just, ooh la la. FCC man in Chicago doesn't really care about what's going on. He's sort of a quiet little mouse of a fellow.
Look, I'm Chicago. I don't care, right?
Well, he just he didn't sign up to be a secret agent. He signed up to just push papers. He wants to do his 9 to 5, go home at the end of the day,
kiss his wife,
eat beef, drink old beverages. I don't know how he lives. So, but he's just not into it. He wants the run of the mill FCC cases, people calling in and saying, that man's shirt was tight and I saw his nipples on that newscast. Okay, well, we'll mark down that complaint.
We'll tell that sportscaster to wear a thicker
He did
sweater.
not sign up for wearing a suit from Men's Warehouse and kicking in doors and bursting into warehouses. Didn't sign up for that. No.
Fair.
He refuses to investigate this.
Ooh, nice.
And he just shrugs, what are you going to do?
He's like, F the police.
Yeah, well...
Sir, you are the police.
But this just enrages the guy in D.C. He's and to this day, there's some interviews with the D.C. guy later who's just he won't name the Chicago guy, but it's just he is the biggest disappointment. He just wasn't into it. So
the big Max Headroom bust, he wouldn't help me.
But here's my question. Was the Chicago guy the hacker?
Oh, that's
maybe.
A good question.
No one was ever caught for this, is what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, my eyebrow has lifted.
I can see it. It just keeps getting higher and higher. No one was ever caught. They never caught the hacker. And over the years, people come up with all these theories.
They'll never catch me.
There was obviously an extensive theory about it on Reddit.
Oh, nice. What's Reddit got to say?
There always is. That's why I love Reddit. Well, it was, they isolated it down to these two people, and then, everyone was like, yes, it's them. And then, of course, another person comes in and just blows holes in the whole thing. Couldn't have been them. They were in an Albanian prison at the time. Oh, drat.
Darn it.
So nothing ever pans out. This ridiculous crime remains unsolved.
Ooh. So if you got a tip, let us know.
Yeah. If you're the hacker, we can come on here. You can talk about it anonymously.
Tell us all about your uncle who did this, or your aunt.
Yeah, we will buy you a pizza,
a big Chicago thick style pizza,
Chicago style.
Hey.
We'll rough you up Chicago style.
Chicago style.
So, Zaron,
that's a shout out.
Zaron, what's your ridiculous takeaway here?
My ridiculous takeaway is that Chicago Bears football is the best thing in the world. And Max Headroom is definitely a counterculture hero. And I believe the FCC guy was the one.
Yeah, I like that theory.
That's ridiculous, right?
I think it's totally ridiculous. And I love it. I think that there are ways that this sort of crime could be used in a malicious manner.
Huh.
I don't even want to start thinking about or listing all of the horrors that could.
Could you just tell me one?
Well, sure. You could just you could murder someone live on television. You could
With Max Headroom?
Not with Max Headroom, hijacking a signal and broadcasting it out. You could. You could do
so
terrible,
I broadcast my terrible heinous crimes
things.
and I make people watch it like I'm some 80s.
Yeah, and there's no way they
villain.
can cut the signal, or they could have threats to terrorist threats or whatever. As I said, I don't even want to start listing.
I could go full Cobra Commander and Destro and be like, I will make the world watch it as I.
You could make them watch a cold Slither concert.
I'm just trying to keep it 80s.
Well, the HBO hack was funny, I think. It could potentially annoy someone who was paying for the service and having their movie interrupted. But see, the Max Headroom one doesn't hurt anybody. It's completely silly. It gives people something to talk about on a cold fall day in Chicago.
Gives parents something to explain to small children.
Well, what are the kids doing up that late?
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
if you're up that late, then it's fair game. You get to learn.
It's fair game.
I am a fan of spontaneous surrealism, and I don't think that should be a crime.
I'm into that. So instead of Doctor Who's Doctor What?
Yeah. Who and what? Why, where, when? You people can find us online at Ridiculous Crime on both Twitter and Instagram. If you have a tip for us about a ridiculous crime, if you are Max Headroom from the Hijack, please let us know. Do you want to talk about crime? Do you need advice on a color palette that you're choosing for your home? We'll help. ridiculouscrime@gmail.com. I'm Elizabeth Dutton.
And I'm Elizabeth Dutton.
And I'm Elizabeth Dutton.
And I am Elizabeth Dutton.
Tune in next time for more adventures. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. It's produced and edited by Dave the Digital Dynamo Kustin. Research is by notorious pirate broadcaster Marissa Brown. The theme song is by disgruntled Nickelodeon employee Thomas Lee and celebrated TV weather personality Travis Dutton. Executive producers are acting FCC Commissioner Ben Bolin and interim FCC Commissioner Noel Brown.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.